was ready to retire, of course. 38 years is a long time to keep your end up at teaching. Do you know, I used to do a full day in the classroom, then be running clubs, chairing meetings and all sorts. No break, straight through. These days, come 4 p.m, I'm feet up on the sofa like a nodding dog. I've been trying to watch the last episode of Dr. Foster on iPlayer for about a month. 10 minutes in and I'm sparked out. Don't tell me how it ends. It's strange, actually, September at home. Nice strange. I avoid all that awful pre-term panic, inset days and planning. God, I used to hate and dread all that, I really did. It is nice to be out of the loop, away from all that hubbub. I should have been teaching year 4 this year. Not my year group usually, but their class teacher, Mrs. Donaldson's, had lupus, so we all mucked in. I think that's what did for me in the end. My God, that register read like a roll call for Broadmoor. I could never say it out loud before, but now I can, so I will. Year 4, you are nasty, selfish little shits, and I don't miss one nit-ridden one of you. Rude bastards all. Surprisingly cathartic. I'm all for expanding vocabulary, but I do object to hearing, "Don't be a twat, Ryan," and "Laurel's brothers are nonce" at 8:40 on a Tuesday morning. This is my retirement mug. I always make my first cuppa of the day in it. It makes me feel like I'm in the staff room with the girls. Freedom is standing in your dressing gown with a coffee and a hobnob at 10 a.m. on a weekday. No makeup, no plans. I can go anywhere I want, when I want, meet whoever I want. I can be exciting, enjoy spontaneous encounters and unplanned rendezvous, throw caution to the wind and do 1,000 marvellous things I've always dreamed of. Not much in the diary for today. I could go shopping, I suppose. I wanted to nip to Waitrose, but I've only got an old Ford Fiesta, so I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed to park. I could pop to that new Aldi on the ring road and see what they've got in. I don't need any more loo rolls. I'm still working my way through my stockpile from Brexit. Between you and me, I've got a bit obsessed with Amazon recently. Haven't we all? I have to watch myself now that my daughter's got me on Prime. I'm terrible at impulse buying random things I don't need, which is why it's probably best I stay away from Aldi. Julia, my daughter, was wearing an absolutely beautiful necklace the other day. Sapphire heart on a white gold chain. Very pretty. I said, "Did that come from Amazon?" "Yes," she said, "sort of." Dog Kennels Karen across the road keeps asking me what all my deliveries are. I said, "None of your business, Mrs. Madam." She's 6'2" and smells a bit of wet Labrador, but I don't mind her really. She always knows when the Hermes van's been. "Had any deliveries today then?" she shouts from her drive without fail. She knows full well I've had a delivery. She's got CIA standard issue binoculars trained on every house in the close, never misses a thing. "What you ordered?" she shouts. I said they're props, actually. "Props," she bellows. What do you mean, props? Props for my act. Don't tell anyone, but I've started exotic dancing for cash at stag do's to pay off my Avon debts. That clipped her wings. Now, her at number 26, on the other hand, is the total opposite. She's a closed book, very secretive, very isolated. North Korea, we call her. She's quite glamorous looking, actually, but she gives nothing away. She reminds me of that one who presents Strictly, whose name I can never remember. You know the one, not Dennis Taylor, anyway. Anyway, she's got a Spanish husband. Well, I assume she still has. We haven't seen much of him. There was a late night kerfuffle a few nights ago. Banging, crying, door slams, and off he drives, swear words a go-go. Apparently, he's been knocking off someone else. She found incriminating WhatsApp messages. None of my business, really. If I'm asked, I'm all, how did I ever fit work in? I've never been busier. I can finally do all the things I never got round to. Blah, blah, white lie, blah, blah. I thought I'd take to retirement like a duck to water. Turns out I've turned to it more like a hedgehog crossing the fast lane of the M1. I can feel myself slipping from vibrant academic leader to Mrs. Old and Invisible waiting at a bus stop in beige slacks, wondering what offers there are at Wyvale on this week. And do you know what I blame for my mental decline? Loose women. I can't get past that blessed programme without being drawn in. Last week, Colleen Nolan was talking about depression and loneliness in the winter months leading to increased drinking. What utter nonsense! What does she know? Don't know why I was watching it, to be honest. My sister-in-law was meant to be coming over this evening, but I've just had a text. Sorry, Gloria, been out for the day with the grandchildren. Won't make it now. We'll have to catch up some other time. Hope I've not put you out. Not at all. I've only slaved over a chicken casserole and homemade bread rolls. No putting out to speak of. That said, I did buy the chicken from Aldi, which means I came away with a high-vis vest and a seagrass laundry basket, so not a wasted journey. She's the only one who calls me by my first name. I never use Gloria. Sounds too colonial and regal, and I'm not one for the royals, really. Well, I don't mind Camilla, she's okay. But then I've always been one for the underdog. We're not close, my sister-in-law and I. The fact that her brother left me for a chiropodist called Mike didn't help. We've had years of awkward family silences since. And I gave up wondering what Mike could offer him that I couldn't years ago. Treatment for his fallen arches, probably. Dog Kennels Karen said she had quite a chat with number 26 this afternoon, or peace talks with Pyongyang as we labelled it. The upshot being, the husband has moved out, the solicitors moved in, and were it not for the Ocado man's timely arrival with shopping mid-argument and night of said kerfuffle, She would have done him in, there and then. Oh, blimey, I thought. I said to Karen, she doesn't look the violent type. She's got lovely nails. Just goes to show, said Karen, hell hath no fury and all that. I wonder who the other woman is. She works in town and drives a Citroen C4. Apparently that's all she knows. Oh, and they found a receipt in his wallet for a necklace. I wouldn't want to be that woman and face the military might of Kim Jong jilted, would you? I didn't respond. Well, I just smiled. That smile you smile when to hide the fact that your heart is about to pop out of your chest. I just came back inside and shut the door because it suddenly dawned on me. That other woman he'd been knocking off was actually my daughter. I didn't fancy chicken casserole, to be honest. It's movie night on Strictly, so a cheese toastie with a gin and tonic gets a 10 from Len. I think I must have dozed off during the dance-off. I didn't hear what the scores were. I only remember hearing Dennis Taylor saying, "Keep dancing." Julia called earlier. Say she might pop over at the weekend. I said I had plans. Popping to Wyvale, not sure when I'd be free. I'm not popping to Wyvale. I just had to think on my feet. I didn't think her Citroen C4 would be a welcome sight on the close at the moment. Oh. It is nice, this peace and quiet. Now the nights are drawing in. Not going out. Not seeing anyone. Nice. The horse chestnut tree across the road looks beautiful at this time of year. The kids have stripped all the conkers from it, so it's served its purpose. They won't bother with it now that it's got nothing of interest for them. The kids love that tree at this time of year. But when they've got what they want from it, they won't give it another thought. Oh, and I mustn't forget there's a programme on Channel 5 about the Stone Age in a bit. I thought I might record it. I could use it as a reference with my Year 4s.